All right. May there to you, may there to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. This is my reaction. Clemson beats Wake Forest 37-13. Opening game of the season. Great, fantastic. You see me? I got a cover on me right now. I'm freezing. It's like I got chunks of ice between my butt cheeks. I don't know what's going on here. No, I am not sick. Please don't drive over and give me a test and try to quarantine me. Go away. Clemson wins 37-13. First of all, glad we won. Glad we won the game. Glad Trevor got some stats that could hopefully win him a Heisman Trophy. I really don't care about that. I just care that they're healthy. We can sustain and hopefully make it to the playoffs again, and win national championship. But we won the game 37-13. I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the chase. It was good to see Brian Brisset get that sack. I said he'd have 11 sacks on the season. Some people are like, he's either that great or he's not. I really think that this guy could end up having 11 sacks on the season. I think he does have the ability. Trevor came out, threw the ball pretty doggone good. And I really don't care at this point. I'm just going to go ahead and level with you. And some of you are going to be like, I'm sorry. Clemson's number one ranked team in the country. And we win the game 37-13. Look, I'm glad we won it. But if anybody comes on here and goes, well, we could have lost it, like we're not the team we used to be. I'm sorry. I know that some people here are going to take this to a whole nother level and go, you're just wrong and you don't know what you're talking about. You should just be thankful. What, be thankful that we didn't lose to Wake Forest? Let me tell you something. If a Smurf goes up against a Giant and the Giant beats the Smurf, should we really go, well, you could have lost to the Smurf? There's no reason why the Giant should lose. Clemson was obviously the Giant here. It won only 37-13. They could have been upset, but why? And I agree with you, Byrick. That interception set up a touchdown that made the score. I'm going to say something that's not going to be very, very popular. I'm going to say something that a lot of people are going to. There's going to be certain people, stupid people exist no matter what you do. No matter what you do, stupid people are still going to exist no matter how much you preface, no matter how much you try to lay it out there. So I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I'm glad Clemson won, and there were some impressive moments by certain people, but Clemson looks just as lazy as they did last year. And there was nothing to blame it on last year. There was no, y'all know me. I'm trying to get away from everything that's going on that all the other, news shows and stuff's talking about. I'm just trying to talk about football here. But last year there was nothing to blame it on. Last year at this time, right now, there was nothing to blame it on. There was no pandemic. There was no nothing. You just stepped back and said, well, Clemson just wasn't on their game. Tonight, I know they won. Glad they won. Clemson just didn't look good tonight. I'm sorry. If you were impressed by what you saw tonight, you have very low expectations with the talent that we have. That's like bringing in Superman and being impressed that he beat your grandma in arm wrestling. Tonight looked just like lazy football. Tonight looked like to not look like we just didn't even care. Now, listen, I love Sweeney. If Sweeney saw this, Sweeney would get very defensive because he's a good coach. He's going to take up for his players. He's going to take up for his coaches. That's good. That's fine. That's dandy. I'm sorry. Clemson wins 37-13. Yeah, it's a win, but the talent we have versus the talent they have. I'm sorry, y'all, because here's what I don't want to happen. Now, I do think we'll win a national championship this year as long as we get stuff straightened out. Um, but last year we played lazy football all year long. We played lazy football. We really did. You really you might think, well, this, that, and the other. And Clemson Tigers Nation, I do get what you're saying. That was third string and stuff. But our first string, our second, our third, and our fourth string could have scored more than 37 points. I mean, come on. Come on. I'm serious. If that was Alabama in its heyday, there'd have been 50 or 60 points hanging on the board. If it would have been Clemson 2 years ago, there'd have been 50 or 60 points on the board. I'm just telling you, my concern as a Clemson fan is that was a very that was a very I was a very lazy approach. I know a few of you in here disagree with me. That's totally fine. That's fine. I'm just telling you, what tonight reminded me of last year. And you remember what happened last year. We skated through, won, got to the playoffs, won the first round, and then we royally got our britches ripped off, and we got strangled by them. There's no way about it. There's no other way around that. And I'm just telling you. I mean, y'all know me. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I'm not sitting here just to say stuff, I am telling you the God's honest truth here. The last thing we need is go back to the college football playoff, win it, win the first round and then go get embarrassed like we did last year because we played lazy football. Tonight looked like lazy football. That is what I'm trying to say. So if you don't get that and you're like, I think you're wrong, I think you've had too many Bud Lights, you need to go to bed. Okay, that is totally fine. I'm sorry. I just have an entire season behind us where we had so much talent that I don't care if you're even an LSU fan. I know LSU fans, they're going to soak it up. They're going to say whatever. I am just telling you that if you're anybody who's you're just being critical, and you step back and you go, oh, there is no way that Clemson could get their tail handed to them. There's no way Clemson get their tail handed to them like it did last year with LSU. I just say we shouldn't play with that. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I am just being honest with you. We should not play with that. We should take that butt whipping we just got from LSU and say never again. That is not going to happen. To quote the Jake Bentley, never again. This is not going to happen. We can't play around. I got a couple of you bringing up something. An ESPN. Let me see real quick. Who was that brought that up real quick? I'm going through this right now. John Adams said, "Nice to see you in NCAA football commercial, Bobby." Get that link and put it up there. So let me tell you what happened. I am in the new college football ESPN commercial. I am in it. I was in it. hold on, somebody just gave me a super chat, and I want to thank him. Siberian Paul said, Bobby, Dabo was holding back to appease Clausen. Clausen's one of those guys. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. First of all, thank you for that $5 super chat. I do appreciate that, Siberian Paul. That's very kind of you. So I do appreciate that, Siberian Paul. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I get that. I get that. But, if me and my buddy, even if I respect him, if I pull up with a go-kart and he pulls up with a Porsche, if he doesn't blow me off the road, I'm almost kind of offended because he is feeling sorry for me. And so I agree with what you're saying to a point, but there's a point that I'm like, let's just be men here. If my team sucks butt and your team is amazing, if I bring out Pee Wee Herman and you bring out Superman, I don't expect it to even be remotely close. And that's one of the issues I look at there. But let's go back to commercial. So, if some of you have, so I've said very little about this. I am in one of the new ESPN commercials. Somebody contacted me, asked me if they could take a clip of me from a specific video, and said they wanted to put it in the new ESPN video. And so we talked about it, looked over everything, and long story short, I'm in the new ESPN video. I haven't told too many people about this. There's a few people who knows about it. This is the first time I've mentioned it tonight. It actually launched, not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before. And I actually had a family member text me and go, "Did I just see you on TV?" And I went, "Actually, yeah." And they were like, "Why didn't you say anything?" And I said, "Well, I didn't really say too much about it because actually at that time I wasn't supposed to say anything about it. But since it's aired, I can say I am in the new ESPN video. That is me." And it's fun. It's fun like that. When you get a chance to get on and have some fun and do your thing, it's a good time. It really, really is a good time. But yes, that is me in the ESPN video. Everybody was really, really nice. The company I dealt with, they were very, very kind. But they asked me, I said, "Hey, can we use this clip from one of your videos?" And I said, "Sure, it's okay, that's fine." And they're very kind. They're good people. So anyway, so if you see me, don't rub your eyes too hard. That actually is me. So I'll try to put up a link to it. You can go check it out if I remember. But I'm about to go to bed. But anyway, I just wanted to say this. Look, go Tigers. I love my Tigers. I remember when Clemson used to lose to Wake Forest when they wasn't supposed to lose to Wake Forest. It's got two different coaches fired just by losing to Wake Forest. Ken Hatfield, Tommy Bowden. I mean, I know they, sorry, that just fell out of there. Walked away, but, anyway. I mean, I'm glad we won, but tonight just scares me because we saw lackadaisical football all last year. I know that would tick off coaches and stuff, but remember what happened in the LSU game. Got our tails handed to us, so. Let me see, really, really, really quick. Couple of people. Hunter Port says, your thoughts on our freshman. Freshman looks really, really good. Brian Brissett, I predicted he'd have 11 sacks this season. A lot of people told me, "You're crazy. You've been drinking." I might have been drinking, but I'm not. And I might be crazy, but I think Brissett, we're spot on with him. He's a freak. Miles Murphy came out, played his balls off. Bowman, you can see the explosiveness of Bowman really, really quick. I mean, he's just very talented. Fred Davis came out, did his thing. Just some good players. And then some guys who's been around the program the past few years. Good to see Braden Galloway from my hometown of Seneca do a really, really good job. Very, very proud of him. The last player from Seneca to play for Clemson was Jodon Reams in the early 2000s, late 90s. Before that was Kenya Crooks, and then before that, you just have to go digging. But let me see. Siberian Paul said, I agree with you. We need to go for the jugular at all times. He gave $5 super chat again. Thank you so much. I just need to get on here. You pay me well. I like you, Siberian Paul. No, in all seriousness, thank you for supporting the channel. That is very kind of you. Yeah, we do. Listen to me. You have to go for the jugular, because when you stop doing that, that's when you become complacent, end up in the national championship, and LSU beats your brains in. And a lot of people disagree with me on that, and they go, I think our national championship embarrassment proved every bit of it. So let me go through here. I'm about to get over here. Michael Sachs Jr. says, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. We won. I just want to see us tear it up more. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I'd like to see them definitely tear it up. Well, I'm going to go in here and take my shirt off and remind my wife why she married me. My pure, charismatic sexiness. That's why. Yeah, I'm going to bed. Well, go Tigers, go Tigers. Thank y'all all for joining me. If you're brand new here, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. How about Georgia Tech beating FSU in Tallahassee? I did a reaction video of that. Go check that out. It's what happens when one team is run by their coach and the other team is run by their players. That's what happens when you get that. So I'm glad to see some of the players. I almost named a name there, but he's the most famous player on the Florida State team. For some reason, he felt like he was running the team, and he went after his head coach, and they didn't want to go play and blah, blah, or practice and all that bunch of stuff. Yet you see what happens when the authority is undermined on a team. They end up losing to a team at their own home. Listen to me. They lose to a team at their own house that just 2 years ago was running an offense that was famous in the 1940s. Yep. World War II was still going on when they were running the same offense. Georgia Tech was running that same offense, went into Tallahassee, and beat them. Think about that. All right, I'm Bobby Dirkens. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. It helps my little old channel. It ain't going to hurt anything if you go ahead and click on that subscribe button, turn on notifications. I do appreciate it. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. Who knows? I'll keep showing up, but right now I'm going to bed. I need it. All right. Bobby Dirkens.